Yo, what up? This is Ben Baller, and you are now listening to Behind the COVID-19. Fucking with you. This is your boy Ben Baller, and you are now listening to Behind the Baller. Yes, once again, my name is Ben Baller, aka I fucking told you all so. I told you about this shit. Alright, listen. I told you guys the first week of February that life was gonna change. I said shit was gonna hit big, and most of you fucks thought I was joking. Well, it's been proven, and no need to continue on that. But let's get this 2020 in a quick nutshell. All right. Kobe died. World War III almost happened. Australia was on motherfucking fire. The whole damn near burned down the entire continent. March Madness won't have fans. Coachella was postponed. South by Southwest was canceled. The NBA season is fucking suspended or canceled indefinitely. And fucking Forrest Gump, Tom Hanks and his wife have contracted the fucking COVID-19 coronavirus. Guys, welcome to episode 62. I need to smoke some weed. Just wait 1 minute real quick. Hold on. So Quip, makers of the Quip electric toothbrush, wants you to know the one single discovery that matters most for your dental care is simply this. If you have good habits, you are good. That means brushing for 2 minutes twice a day and flossing regularly, no matter what brand you use. Quip makes that simple, starting with an electric toothbrush, refillable floss, and anti-cavity toothpaste. Quip's electric brush has sensitive sonic vibrations with a built-in timer and a 30-second pulse to guide a full and even clean. Plus, Quip delivers fresh brush heads, floss, and toothpaste refills to your door every 3 months with free shipping. Join over 3 million healthy mouths and get Quip today, starting at $25. And if you go to getquip.com/baller right now, you'll get your first refill for free. That's your first refill free at getquip.com/baller. Spelled GETQUIP.com/baller. All right, so before we begin, I'd like to say thank you for all the prayers and the well wishes for London. He's recovering pretty good. Even till yesterday, me and my wife, we just thought he had COVID-19 virus, but we got him checked out and we got him tested. If he had it, then we all got it because it's super contagious. His saturation levels are almost at 96, so it's getting there. All right, and we're getting close to a full recovery. Thank God all of us got sick this week and last, because now we can kind of build up a stronger immune system and hopefully ride all this shit out until it's warm. So we ain't got to worry about getting sick. You know what I'm saying? Like, motherfuckers, I know it sounds fucked up, but if you're going to get coronavirus, it's the fucking time to get it, like right fucking now, maybe. You know what I'm saying? It might get fucking crazy when there ain't no hospital beds and nothing available. It's about to get real bad. And now, let's just be completely honest with each other. Is there anything else really to talk about at this point? All right. Everyone thought this shit was going to be lighter than it was. People thought I was overreacting. Well, let me tell you the bad part. This shit is just the beginning. All right. We haven't got in front of this. In fact, it's totally opposite. We're so behind. We can't contain this at this point. We could only hope to calm it down. All right. I spoke to one of my boys who's an EMT. And he told me that he had a meeting a couple days ago, and the Department of Health was involved and all that. His boss is obviously runs the hospital. Told them, now listen, they had a meeting, and this meeting that they were having was while their hospital was packed with hundreds of people waiting, and maybe fucking thousands, right? And the head of the hospital told all the first responders that the Department of Health Services told them to reduce PPE. It's medical jargon. You guys could look up what PPE stands for, because in their words, we won't contain the virus. It's not a matter of if this virus hits us, it's a matter of when. So basically, the US is giving up on containing it, and this information was coming from the top people in charge of the front line of this outbreak in LA. And it's clear that the US is not prepared to handle any of these outbreaks that are about to hit all over the country. Well, that's fucking great, right? And meanwhile, Dr. Drew's stupid, dumb fucking ass went back on Twitter again, was like, oh, well, you know what? People are still overreacting. It's not that big a deal. He's such a fucking idiot. And I mean, again, though, you know, I had no idea what the fuck he was saying this for, but he just, I guess he does like what rehabilitation and shit for like teen moms and stuff and everything. Anyways, I don't know if you saw, but Joe Rogan had a specialist. Well, he had an infectious disease expert, Mike Holmgren or Holmberg or some shit, on his podcast. Actually, I've seen this dude speak and everything, right? It was like 2 days ago he had this show. And he said that, the specialist said, this shit is going to affect 98 million people with around 480,000 deaths. I mean, the interview's crazy. You got to watch the whole shit. Joe's just, you know, asking him questions. He said some other shit that hit hard too. It's so true. 3 weeks ago, Italy was operating just fine, right? Shit, Milan Fashion Week was going on. And as I said, nobody was tripping but me, I guess, right? And maybe some Asian people, of course, but no one was tripping. Italy was operating just fine. But look now, the entire country is on lockdown, okay? Trump just had a fucking press conference, and he issued a travel ban from Europe to the USA, which is great. But how about fucking having a travel ban for Asia, okay? At least maybe for Korea and China. Like, Jesus Christ, man, what the fuck? Check this out. No joke. No fear monger. I want you guys to pay attention. I've been right about a lot of shit, right? I think inside 7 days or so, this entire country is going to be on some sort of major lockdown. All right? Malls, any major offices with a lot of employees, any big business, you know, with over 100, especially the ones with 1,000 employees, whatever. I think that's just going to be closed down. Grocery stores, schools, of course. And what's fucked up is this. I understand why they should close schools down. But what's sad is this, okay? And man, this shit hits me so different. Just because I'm a father, right? Some of these kids in the inner cities, that lunch that they eat at school, all right, that's like the only meal that they get. Some of these kids, that's the only fucking meal they get to have for that day. And it hurts my heart, you know? Like, it fucks me up so bad. Could you fucking imagine, you know, like they cancel school, you know, right now in LA, Unified School District, and Seattle and a bunch of other cities, and they're canceling school. And it's like, these parents don't have fucking healthcare for, or not healthcare, but like daycare for their kids. They got to work. Sometimes, you know, two of these, you know, they got, both the parents are working, and, you know, it's not like back in the day you could have a latchkey kid like me. It's not that, it's a different day now. And these kids, you know, these families don't got a lot of money, and, you know, that's the only meal they get. And that shit fucks me up. I mean, this is why I feed my kids old school. You know, even though he doesn't even go to school, they don't even go to school there anymore. I feed their old school because I love how much their teachers cared about the kids, how much they cared about my kids, and how much they prepared London, and how much they fucking spent. They so patient with him, you know. And this is why I wish teachers were paid much more money. You know, even though I hated school, can you, for those of you who kind of know me, can you imagine how much of a fucking nightmare I must have been to deal with? Okay. Yeah, my life at home was kind of fucked up, and my dad was a piece of shit, but that's not the teacher's fault. You know, teachers today, they got to endure so much from these punk ass kids. It's a tough job. And these college universities have been, you know, canceling in-person classes, and now they're shutting down their dorms. Some of these schools are like, yo, fuck, we just shutting down for the rest of the fucking year, right? And you just have to deal with shit online. But a lot of these kids are like homeless now. They got nowhere to go because they weren't prepared to go home with a 24, 48-hour notice. You know, some of these kids live in fucking Asia. Some of them live in fucking China, Korea, Europe. Like, where the fuck are they going to go? You know, they're getting evicted out of their fucking dorm rooms, and it's like, this shit is really crazy. And some of these people don't have the money for travel to go back. They weren't ready to go. You know, some of these kids have spring break and shit. I get that, but like, I don't know how it works anymore. I remember back when I was in college, you actually had to pay to stay there for spring break, but they're getting kicked out. So where the fuck are they gonna go? My boy JT, who sent all that good sanitizer to me, he sent me this video from a classroom in LSU, because he's in Louisiana, where this professor told his class that a kid who went back home to Wuhan, China during the Christmas break, he told the professor, they had a conversation, that he had contracted the coronavirus, but he said, don't worry about it. I've self-quarantined myself for like 7 or 10 days. It's some fucking bullshit. And this was like early January. And the teacher was fucking livid. He's like, what the fuck what are you talking about? He didn't say fuck, but he was really pissed off. And the teacher made the student call the CDC to get a clearance. And the kid was on the phone in front of the professor, and he lies to the CDC. He goes, yeah, you know, if I was around this time and this time, you know, do you think the chances of me contracting? And the CDC is like, oh, you know, no big deal, whatever. And the teacher goes, why did you lie? You know, you lied to those people. You told me that you were infected with the disease. You don't have it. You know, you don't know if you have, you have no idea. And the teacher just bugged out on him. Isn't going on in the class. He's telling the entire classroom. He said, I had to let you guys know what's going on here because I care about you guys. The teacher called the dean of the college. He called security to get this kid removed. Like, yo, let me ask you a question. What the fuck is wrong with these people? What the fuck is going on with this? Is it just the newer generation? Or are you guys don't have fucking common sense? Like, you don't give a fuck about the well-being of other people? You know, listen, people might get on me. Oh, you bought all this. I didn't clear out no stores. Okay. I prepared early on. I got a lot of water. There was tons left. I didn't go buy fucking 35 bottles of soap and everything. It's like, yo, listen, all you people out there that are buying all the sanitizer and all the soap, don't you realize that part of this is that you want other people to have soap too? Do you know what I mean? You need to have enough, yes, but you want other people to have it too, because the whole game is you want everyone to wash their hands. Fucking Rudy Gobert or Gobert, I don't know fucking pronounce his fucking name. 3 days ago, as a joke, after a Utah Jazz game, I think the Oklahoma City Thunder game, he touched the podium and all the mics after a press conference, thinking it was funny. You know what I mean? He's like mocking the fucking coronavirus. Like, oh, fucking everyone needs to chill out. He's touching all the fucking microphones, touching the table, touching all the fucking equipment on the table. And the fucked up thing was, he didn't even fucking know at that time that he was fucking infected with the COVID-19 virus. Okay? But he touched all that shit. And that shit ain't funny, dude. You dipshit. That's how fucking stupid are you? And now you got the virus. All right? You need to take your bitch ass back to France. You know, they need to find this dude or something, man. Listen, I don't complain. Oh, I ran. I complain. I don't complain about this type of shit. Like, this dude pretty much got the fucking NBA shut down. But you know what? I bet there's other players in the league who got it. Okay? Before anyone knew about Rudy, all right, before anyone even knew about this shit with the NBA, the Dust Brothers can attest to. I said right before 3 p.m. Pacific time yesterday that someone in the NBA has to have this. All right, Jordan Winter, he's my witness. Also, stop saying it's like the flu, you stupid fucks. It's 100% not. It's 15, 20 times more dangerous than the flu or any kind of fucking regular flu. All right. There's a Chinese guy in New Jersey who contracted the coronavirus, and he lives in New Jersey, and the news interviewed this guy. He's the second person to catch COVID-19 via community, and he's 32 years old. He's a young dude, right? I think Gobert is a young guy too. Anyways, he's a physician's assistant, and he's in perfect health. No previous illness, no underlying sickness, and he's in bad fucking shape. They interviewed this dude on the news. He couldn't even fucking speak. This guy, again, he's 32 years old, a young dude. He's not a smoker. The virus has attacked both of his lungs and shut them down. This guy is in so much fucking pain he can barely talk. And, you know, one more time for you slow fucks. There is no vaccine for this. There is no cure at the moment. It'll be 18 months. And people saying, oh, we got the cure. Those motherfuckers are just trying to sell the pharma and make their money and get their stocks up. All right. Who knows how many people will die? There's so many uncertainties, so much unknown information. Okay, yes, majority it's aimed at older folks, right? Senior citizens, old people. But I just got a weird feeling that this shit's going to start killing more younger folks. And when I say younger, I mean those in their late 20s, early 30s, or in the 30s period. It's not a joke. Okay. Please do me a favor, read up on it more. Go to the CDC website, even though that's not it. I mean, just go to different news websites, reputable ones, not fucking, bathingjohn.com or I don't know, fucking the Seesaw News or some shit. All right. But just do some research on it. Okay. And be safe, be smart. If you feel sick, stay at home. It's that simple. Why go out? Because you're bored? Man, too fucking bad. Don't get anybody else sick. Keep your hands clean. Don't touch your face. Simple shit. Look, I still see some of my friends talking about, oh, I can't wait to go to Jamaica. I can't wait to go to this trip. I can't wait to go see my friends in the Maldives. And yo, man, I'm not trying to be Debbie Downer, right? But you might want to chill on that. You might want to chill the fuck out. Okay. I know your trips aren't refundable, but try to work that shit out. Get on there and spit game. And I know you want to go. Shit, I want to travel. I want to go on my fucking trip to Cabo and my trips to fucking Asia and everything else. I want to get my bags right. Because when I travel, that's when my money is up, right? Guess what? My health is much more important. It should be more important to you as well. Okay. I know it sucks. All right. One of my homies who's a big model, she's like, you know what, Ben? Don't be a dick. Don't ruin my trip. Like, bitch, I love you. But check it out. The worst fucking place to be at right now is at an airport. Okay. Unless you're flying private. And bitch, you're not flying private. Okay. 3 TSA agents just 2 days ago, 3 TSA agents tested positive for the coronavirus at San Jose Airport. That's a tiny ass airport. I fucking go to that airport every other month. I'm in San Francisco every month, but I'm in San Jose every other month. All right. That's fucking terrifying. The people that know what's going on estimate that there's maybe 100,000 people infected just in the USA alone. Okay. Now, they say there's barely over 100,000 infections in the world, right? That's a bunch of bullshit. Okay. And, obviously, the numbers in China are 1,000% bullshit, so don't go off of those. But 100,000 people infected in the USA is not hard to believe. And as of this podcast, we have over 1 million COVID-19 tests in the USA, but yet so many doctors all over the country are still crying on a daily basis. They're talking shit on Twitter. They're going out there fucking going after the Surgeon General, going after the fucking CDC, saying that they can't get the tests. It's fucking crazy. All right. I was able to get London tested, but still, if the CDC had responded to the doctors in Seattle sooner, when that whole fucking, they're in a situation now, that shit's fucked up over there, right? Like, ain't no containing over there. It's fucked up. But if they would have helped the people in Seattle, there would have been like much less death, right? But they ignored it. They dismissed them. Now it's a fucking situation there. In New Rochelle, New York, that's like 25 minutes away outside New York City. They have the entire fucking area. That entire city is locked down, like straight up contained. No going in, no going out. The National Guard has assisted with this. All right. And I believe that type of situation is going to happen in more places. Okay. And I think since we've tested under 10,000 people in the USA. All right. This shit is going to get so ugly that those numbers are going to they're going to skyrocket. But I also truly think that somehow Trump or the government is going to find a way to suppress those numbers. All right. They're not going to give you the real numbers of the infected once it starts getting ridiculous. That's what I think personally. And I know China, it's just the way Trump has been running this whole situation. And like I've been saying for a month, I've talked about this and it's come to be true. And all this shit is very real. But again, we're only getting started. All right. I just want everyone to brace themselves, protect their families. If you got anybody who has underlying health issues, they smoke, obese, there's way more obesity in the USA than there is anywhere else. Listen, I'm not trying to scare any of you guys. I just want to prepare you all. All right. Be ready to eat ramen noodles in a fucking styrofoam bowl for a couple weeks. Okay. But before we go to break, I got some good news. All right. One of my boys, Tim, Chemical Method, he showed me this article, and I did some research on it too. And it looks legit. And I might as well give it to you guys because it's not going to hurt anybody, right? So this website that studies COVID-19 and everything, they're saying that vitamin C is helping the fight against COVID-19, right? So let me just read this whole thing. It says, first of all, the naysayers are too late. Vitamin C is already being used to prevent and treat COVID-19 in China and in Korea, and it's working. Here's a verified official statement from China's Shanjiutong University Hospital. I don't fucking know how to pronounce it. On the afternoon of February 20th, 2020, another 4 patients with severe coronavirus pneumonia recovered from the C10 West Ward of Tongji Hospital. In the past, 8 patients have been discharged from the hospital. High doses of vitamin C achieved good results in clinical applications. We believe that patients with severe neonatal pneumonia and for critically ill patients, vitamin C treatment should be initiated as soon as possible after admission. Numerous studies have shown that the dose of vitamin C had a lot to do with the effect of treatment. High-dose vitamin C can not only improve antiviral levels, but most importantly, can prevent and treat acute lung injury, ALI, and acute respiratory distress, ARDS. Here is the report from Korea. At my hospital in Daegu, South Korea, all inpatients and all staff members have been using vitamin C orally since last week. Some people this week had a mild fever, headaches, and coughs, and those had symptoms got 30,000 milligrams of intravenous vitamin C. Some people got better after 2 days, and most had symptoms go away after 1 injection. Hyungju Shin, medical doctor, there are at least 3 high-dose intravenous vitamin C studies underway in China. Literally by truckload, tons of vitamin C has been sent into Wuhan. Here's a report from a physician in China. We need to broadcast a message worldwide very quickly. Vitamin C, small or large dose, does not harm to people and is one of the few, if not only, agent that has a chance to prevent us from getting and can treat COVID-19 infection. All right, well, that's some fucking good news, right? I mean, shit. Vitamin C. I got a gang of vitamin C. And, I need a smoke break. Yo, Miles, please, sir. You already know. That Lakey Lake, please. We'll be right back. Yo, what up, Ben Baller Pod Army? It's time to get fit in 2020. I've got my Echelon bike, and you should too. You don't have to join a gym or pay a ton for overpriced fitness equipment. The best way to get in the best shape of your life is with Echelon. Buy an Echelon bike today for under $1,000. Go to echelonfit.com/baller to learn about their limited time free Apple iPad and complete details of this exclusive offer. That's ECHELON fit.com/baller. So we're back. This ain't gonna be obviously a long episode. I've just been I kind of have cabin fever, and I've been doing walks around my neighborhood. I just trying to get my kids some fresh air and everything. It's just been kind of crazy. But what else is there really to talk about, right? Like jewelry? No, I'm not gonna talk about jewelry. You already know that. By the way, rest in peace to Josie Harris. That's Floyd Mayweather's baby's mom's. She has 3 of his kids, one of them being Zion, and I forgot the names, man. It's funny. I've met all his kids. I've met Josie several times. I don't even know what to say, man. She's 40 years old. She was found dead in her car the other night in Valencia, California, which is, right next to Magic Mountain. I don't know what to say other than rest in peace. And I feel so bad for his kids, and what a fucked up situation. I know he's had differences. That I'm not even thinking about Floyd to be fucking any part of this shit, but it's just crazy. But what else? J Balvin, obviously, driving me crazy. Like I said, he still doesn't get it. You know what? He doesn't live in the real world most of the time. I don't think J Balvin understands what's going on with this coronavirus thing. And I mean, he's not even just rich. I mean, he's really wealthy. You know, he's trying to be a billionaire too. He said some crazy shit the other day. I'm not going to get into it. But what I'm thinking about right now is, you know, while Jimmy is finish up cutting up some waxes and stuff, and we got some other things, I get involved like in the middle process where I oversee, I quarterback this thing, then I get involved, and then my hands get involved when we start doing the polishing and the fucking the rhodium. There's parts of this thing where I'm gonna start fucking with some of this. There's some weird bezel setting that's going on his pieces, but this motherfucker ordered 11 chains. It's fucking crazy. But I'm trying to figure out how the fuck I'm gonna deliver his chains to him. I don't know if he's gonna send his private jet to me, because I'm definitely not flying just to deliver that shit. Like I just can't. That's just not, you know, it's different times right now. In fact, I don't even know how the fuck I'm gonna, well, for Afrojack, I can fly private to Afrojack. That's not that bad. I'm still spooked, but Vegas is, you know, shit. That's fucking easy. Not a big deal. But what's tripped me out is that the fucking MGM properties have shut down all their buffets, right? The Bellagio, the Aria buffet. Those are some of my fucking favorite buffets. In fact, one of my favorite fucking things to do in Vegas for decades, right? For years upon years, was to eat at a buffet. I'll never ever not love a buffet, especially a good one. What else, man? I'm still fucking tripping at fucking Tom Hanks has fucking coronavirus. Is fucking insane. What else? I still see big celebrities showing their upcoming tour rehearsals and people getting ready for the tours. And listen, I love you, Bieber. Biebs, you my dog, right? But you're doing arenas and these big boy venues, bro. Your shit is canceled, dog. I'm gonna be for real. Like, bro, there's no motherfucking way you are doing this. Tour is not gonna happen. I'm sorry, man. Like, I don't think people understand. Like, this shit's gonna be fucked up. You know, at first the Warriors said, all right, well, you know, the city pressed on the Warriors, on the owner, the CEO was like, hey, listen, we don't suggest you guys have any games. Like, yeah, whatever you say. And they still had the game, right, versus the Clippers and whatever. And they had like this fucking disclaimer outside their fucking the arena. It's like bullshit. Like, if you catch anything, please be smart. If you're sick, don't come inside, blah, blah. But if you catch anything in here, you can't hold us responsible. You can't hold Chase responsible. You can't hold the NBA responsible. It's like, really, man? But so they announced that the game tomorrow, which was going to be the Nets versus the Warriors, it was going to be the first NBA game played without fans, right? And then they obviously canceled the whole fucking season. So let me tell you something. They tried to say, oh, it's going to be canceled for 2 weeks. We're going to figure this out. How are you guys not figuring this shit out? I've been saying this even to my boy who has Lakers season tickets. He's like, motherfucker, and he's a smart dude. He's not a stupid guy. He's like, bro, they're never going to cancel NBA games. And I was like, bro, okay, man. And he had it like, he was adamant. He's like, bro, you're tripping. They'll never. No, I'll bet you $1,000. I was like, all right, dog, let's bet. Because I'm like, yo, this shit's going that way. I felt it. And 2 weeks ain't going to do shit. Because if we have an outbreak here, like I think we have already, and it's all over the place and people start getting tested, listen, this shit's going to take months, if not even a year, to figure out, okay? So for all you gigantic big fucking groups like BTS, yeah, y'all are big as fuck, famous as fuck. Listen, you motherfuckers ain't performing in front of an audience in a long time, okay? I don't know what country, but yeah, y'all big tripping. What else, man? You guys know, man, I was Yang Gang. I fuck with Andrew Yang, all right? But just a couple days ago, man, Andrew Yang endorsed Joe Biden. Joe fucking Biden, bro. Listen, man, I don't fuck with that dude, all right? And I've never fucked with Joe Biden. All right. The crazier part is Yang's beliefs, his whole campaign was a complete opposite of Joe's. I mean, it was damn near worse than like the whole Crips and Bloods, philosophy. It was just so opposite. And what trips me out is that he like went up there and endorsed him and like he like said all these good things like, yeah, we're gonna get on this fight, boom. And it was fucking crazy. I was like, yo, Andrew, what's going on with you, bro? Like, it was the weirdest shit. Like, I was like, dog, like, bro, you want some, not Illuminati, but just on some, like, it was just fucking weird to hear him talk like that, and Joe Biden wants to shift marijuana to be a Schedule II drug. And then he wants it to be in the hands of Big Pharma and the FDA. Like, nah, dude, you're tripping. Bro, the weed game is already regulated like way too fucking much. I'm not trying to have the FDA control my weed and everything else. Like, nah, fuck that. Fuck Joe Biden. And for that alone, I can't rock with dude. I can't. The thing is crazy is that Joe Biden can't beat Trump. Even this whole situation with this situation is just such a fucked up. It's so fucked up, right? I mean, but yeah, I don't mind Bernie. If Bernie was president, that'd be dope as fuck. People are like, oh, I don't want this old fucking guy. Listen, man, I rock with Bernie. I don't know. Speaking of weed, my strain is gonna drop real soon, but everything's up in the air right now because of coronavirus, right? And I'm wondering how this is going to work, especially with the meet and greets, right? Like, I want to do a meet and greet on the days that we drop, like the launch, doing at Cookies Melrose, doing at Cookies Maywood, probably doing in Orange County, doing at Green Door in San Francisco. But how? You know what I'm saying? I'm going to shake motherfuckers' hands with gloves and like wear my N99 mask. Like, I guess we're just going to have to see. I mean, this is just like, I'm so fucking confused right now. And like, even writing the show, you know what I'm saying? Like, writing on the notes down, I'm kind of like, okay, it's like coronavirus, COVID-19, NBA's canceled. Like, I'm just writing down these notes. I'm like, what the fuck are we going to talk about? Like, there's other shit. I'm just like, I don't even know, But speaking of collabs or shit that got to do with weed, my all gold Ben Baller vacuum sealer is still set to release on 420. And I know it's going to be crazy. I know it's going to sell out fast. And I'm making a good amount of them this time, so it lasts longer than fucking selling out in 8 seconds or 20 seconds. But, I hate fucking resellers. But now I'm just thinking about 420. And I'm supposed to do something with Men in Vegas. Supposed to do something in fucking in San Francisco for Hippie Hill. Man, Hippie Hill last year had over 100,000 people. I'm not about to be around 100,000 motherfucking people with this shit going on. This shit is crazy. Like, I'm so shook right now. We got opening day is coming up. Listen, there's no fucking way the major league, there's no way baseball is going to allow the Dodgers to fucking have, or I don't know what the fuck's going to happen with baseball, right? They have 100 some games. So, I mean, they can cancel or postpone games or delay shit. But that opening day is in 11 days or so, right? Or something like that. I'm just curious how the fuck that's going to happen. And I'm actually wondering what the fuck they're waiting for. I can't believe they haven't made an announcement. Now, I'd love to go to Dodger Stadium. You know how much I love Dodger Stadium. By the way, a fan had mentioned in the questions, once this all shit, like hopefully, midsummer, I'm going to do a Behind the Baller group play. All right. I'm going to do maybe 25, 30 tickets. I'm pretty sure we can get 30 Behind the Baller podcast listeners in Los Angeles or locally. You want to fly out, whatever. You guys can figure it out. Shit, that's another liability. Well, we'll see what happens during the summer, right? The virus is supposed to have a hard time in hot weather. But I want to do the all-you-can-eat seats. Those are the bleachers, right pavilion seats. All you can eat. We'll get our name on the board, Behind the Baller podcast, on the scoreboard and a digital display. I'll get with the group tickets person. I used to do this for Nike Talk, and I'm going to figure it out. That's something that I definitely want to do. I got the Ben Baller hand sanitizer coming out. I got the stickers. I got the pop sockets. We're going to have a nice look. We might even do a t-shirt. The first Behind the Baller podcast, Dodger Summit. It'd be dope. I just thought about it, and I'm definitely game. Sometime in August, we'll figure it out. I'll find a sponsor, and I will pay for all the tickets. You motherfuckers pay for your parking, or figure out a way to get there. But for opening day, I don't know. I ain't risking catching that shit and bringing it back home to my son or to my in-laws. My father-in-law's got like asthma and stuff. Yeah, that shit. I'm just tripping right now because my boy Young Jock, well, not Young Jock, but Jock Peterson with the Dodgers, he reached out to me because Kershaw is doing this ping pong tournament fundraiser charity thing, and I don't even know how to. Man, I'm just so spooked to come out with, to meet up with anybody. I don't know, but I fuck with ping pong and I'm trying to go. So with all this cabin fever, how I've been killing time. I started to watch a show called Love Is Blind, and yo, the show is terrible, man. But not terrible it's terrible in a good way. It's addicting. It's fucking bugged out. You got these people who can't even see each other. They're behind the walls talking to each other, and they get married or they get engaged or something before they even get to see each other. And I almost just I was about to deep dive into that shit, but I had to chill. I was like, nah, man, I can't get into this girly shit. I'm sure Michael Rapport fucks with The Bachelor and fucks with the Real Housewives and stuff and everything. I could rock with Real Housewives. I could rock with the Real Housewives show. The Bachelor I cannot fuck with. But this one, I probably end up watching it. But my wife said, fuck it. She ditched me and she binge watched it, right? There's another show I got into, McMillions. It's about the monopoly pieces at McDonald's, the McDonald's monopoly piece scandals that was handled by the fucking mafia. It was actually low key ran by the mafia. That shit actually got kind of interesting. I need to focus more into it. I only got to the second episode, but I need to really get into it. It's crazy, man. Because I remember playing that shit back in the day, and I remember playing it and was like, yo, man, I need to get this shit cracking. And these motherfuckers they had the Vipers, they had $1 million pieces. They were giving it to their family members and shit. I'm not gonna spoil it for you guys. You guys should check it out. It's dope. By the way, speaking of which, you should check out Swindled Podcast because he goes over all those type of scandals. In fact, he does a really good job. It's a really good podcast. All right. Swindled is an amazing podcast. The dude does it all by himself and he really outs fools. It's fucking dope. When you see some of these bigger companies like Wondery or whatever, these big podcast companies, this dude's with the shits. He does it solo. He does a really good job, man. I haven't heard one podcast on Swindle that I didn't like. Literally, it was fucking amazing. I bought 21 Bridges the other night and it actually wasn't that bad. It was actually entertaining. I liked it. Jordan Winter, one half of the Dust Brothers, said it was all over the place and he didn't fuck with it, but I thought it was cool. So I'm about to go heavy on my stream movie game soon because I got nothing else to do. You know what I'm saying? But basically watch the kids. They're going to come. They're just basically, I'm worried they're going to come down here now and interrupt the show. But they drive me crazy. I love them to death. And I got nothing else to do but that and make jewelry. I almost bought a car yesterday. My guy, Russell Westbrook, he's in town, obviously, for the Rockets-Lakers game. But unfortunately, since the NBA games are canceled, I don't think he's probably in a good mood or great mood. I don't know. I didn't really follow up on him. He was supposed to hit me back. So I'll wait until he's in a good mood so that he can give me a sick deal on a Trackhawk because he owns a fucking Dodge Jeep dealership in the Valley. And you know what? I can't wait for that new body Bentley Flying Spur to come out. That motherfucker is dope as fuck. That sedan is just cold. I won't even do much to it. Drop it, throw some spacers, and call it a day. Obviously, black that bitch out. Back to the Houston Rockets, actually. Austin Rivers jumped on my Instagram live yesterday, and he tried to roast me. He actually said some shit that was kind of funny, but I had to get in his ass. If you guys been watching my lives, I've been having a lot of fun on there. I'm actually going to start getting on Instagram live a lot more. Well, obviously, I got time now, right, to interact with my followers. It was lit. Marc Jacobs got on there. Yes, the super fashion legend icon Marc Jacobs jumped on my Instagram live, showed mad love. I was thinking, you know what? I'm going to get a few jewelers. I'm going to do it in a row. I get TV Johnny, get Jimmy Boy on there or something and talk that shit. And it'd be epic. Also, I was high as fuck the other night watching London and Ryder go to sleep. And I began to think about whatever fucking happened to that Malaysia flight 370. Was it MH370? Where the fuck do you guys remember that? I mean, I do. I was really into that shit big time. I want to know what the fuck really happened to that Malaysia flight, right? That was going to Beijing. Shit just disappeared out of nowhere. Just it lost airspace. There's no fucking black box. No one found shit. In fact, you know what? I got an idea. to the homie from Swindle Podcast, that might be our collab podcast with Swindled. I gotta just figure it out. That shit just had me trippy. And the other night I was just lit, and I was like, where the fuck did that fucking plane go? Like, that was a trip. But yo, coronavirus has really taken over the world. I think global warming and climate change should hire COVID-19's publicist, because we fucking need it. We got nothing but rain for the last few days, and it's still gonna rain this weekend and even most of next week. So I don't know, man. This is just, I'm coroned out. I was supposed to meet with the god, Takashi Murakami, next week, but he just told me 1 hour ago that he had to cancel his trip due to the fact that the outbreak here in LA might be worse than it is in Japan. And he doesn't even know if he can get into the country now. And I'm like, ain't that a bitch? Like, I've lost so much fucking money on games, plane tickets, fucking trips, and other shit. Like, listen, I'm not complaining. I'm still blessed. Okay? Do you know why I'm blessed? Because for 2 times a week, I get to talk big shit on this microphone, right? In front of hundreds of thousands of listeners. And y'all really are the best. I appreciate you guys too much. It's so heartwarming to see more and more just daily on the DMs and everything in the comments. Oh, I follow your podcast. Yeah, I listen to it. I fuck with it. People are like, oh, I don't fuck with you. You got an ego. Listen, whatever you feel, you still listening. You know what I'm saying? Whatever it is, man. People are still tuned in. And I just want to let you guys know, I appreciate you too much. I love you too much. You guys are the best. Please subscribe. Please tell everyone. Fuck telling a friend to tell a friend now, okay? Not just your friends. Tell everyone about Behind the Parlor podcast. And I'll see you back here on Monday for the weekend wrap-up. You know what? I think I'm doing Wolf of Wall Street, Jordan Belfort's podcast next week. I'm not sure. Yo, Jordan, can you please confirm that for me? Jordan Winter, not Jordan Belfort, my bad. Can you confirm if I'm on the Wolf's Den? Who knows? You know, Rona been on that shit. Rona is all about that cancel culture. Rona's canceling everything. But listen, you know what she can't cancel? She can't cancel my guy, Lakey. Lakey Lake, take us home, bro. All right, y'all. Peace.